Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So if you haven't subscribed the channel, please go and click the subscribe button and also press the bell icon so you can get notification about the new COMSOL simulation videos. So in today's video, I'm going to show you that how you can simulate tensile and compressive test using COMSOL multiphysics. So I already have solved the problem, so I'm going to show you all the steps in this video. So in the first step, we are going to perform a 3D simulation. So we need to select the 3D component, go to add component and click on 3D. So I have already added this 3D component. So the first step is domain definition. So we have imported 3D geometry from SolidWorks into COMSOL, and if you don't know how to do that, I already made video on this and you can check the link in the description. And then click the browse button and import the file into COMSOL. And click on geometry and click build all, and the first step is done. The next step is to define the material of this object. So for the material, click on the material, right click on the material, and then add material from library. And I have already defined the aluminium material. So you can see here the three properties: Young modulus, Poisson ratio, and density of the aluminium. So I have added aluminium material and I have selected this whole domain as aluminium. So the next step is to define the physics. So in this case, I'm going to perform tensile and compression test. So for the tensile test, go to physics and then click on add physics and add and click on structural mechanics and select the solid mechanics module. So I have selected the solid mechanics module for tensile and compression test. So I have changed the module name here as tensile test. So for the selection, click all domains and all of the domains are selected. So for the linear elastic, go to solid model. So in this case, we are solving the problem for isotropic model, and then specify the Young modulus and Poisson ratio. And as we already have defined the Young modulus, Poisson ratio, and density of the material, so just select from material. The next step, you don't need to do anything in this step and leave it here as well. So the next step is to fix the object from one end. So we have fixed this end and we are applying a boundary load on this side. So we have to apply a boundary loads. In this case, I defined the global parameters. So you can go to global definition, go to parameters. So I have defined the tensile force and compression force in the global parameter. So again, I will go to the boundary load and I am applying the tensile force in the y direction. So I just put the value here ft. So the next step is to define another physics for compression. So I went to physics and selected the add physics and add another solid mechanics physics and changed the name from solid mechanics to compression test. So in this case, all the settings are similar to tensile test, except we are applying the boundary load in the opposite direction. So in this case, we are applying a compressive load in the minus y direction. So you can see here the value of Fc is minus 10. So we are applying the load in the minus direction for the compression test. The next step is to generate the mesh. We have built a physics controlled mesh with the finer element size. And then we selected two different studies. So the first study is for tensile test and the second study for the compression. So to select the study, go to study tab and then click on add study. So I have added stationary study here. You can also right click on the study, go to study tab and select the stationary study. So in the stationary study, we are solving the problem for tensile test, and for the compression study, we are solving the problem for the compression test. So you can see here we have applied multiple loads starting from 10 Newton to 25 Newton with a step of 5 Newton. So you see here we have selected tensile force in this case, and for the study 2 we have selected the compression force, and we have selected the range from minus 20 to minus 40 with the step of minus 5 Newton. So just click on the compute button for both of studies and you will have the results. So when it comes to results, we have a data set for the study 1 tensile test and study 2 for the compression. So we also built cutline 3D to show the stress values along the length of the object. So first we will go to the stress. You can right click on the results and create 3D plots. So once you solve the problem, it will be automatically generated. So in 3D stress results, you can see here the von Mises stress value along the length of the object. So we have solved this problem for different cases. Go to here and click on next, so we can see the multiple loads we applied for the tensile test. And similarly, you can go to compression stress results. So you can see here we are applying the load in the minus y direction. So you can see here different loads has been applied, and you can clearly see the values of von Mises stresses along the length of this object. So we can also visualize the boundary loads. So if we go here, it will be automatically generated. So if we go and click the applied loads and click on the boundary loads, you can see here in this case a compressive load is being applied. So if you want to see the tensile load, so we will go and select the steady 1, and then we'll go to the boundary load, click on the replace expression, we'll go to tensile test, we'll go to the load and click this one. So you can clearly see here that tensile load has been applied. So in the next step, I'm going to show you that how you can see the stress values along the length of the object. So for that purpose, right click on results, go to 1D plot, and then in the 1D plot, right click on 1D plot and go to line graph. So in this case, you can see here we already built the von Mises stress against the length of the object. So this is what I made. So I will show you here. I have made a line along the length of the object by giving the x, y, and z values. So we selected the similar. So we selected the similar cut line 3D here. So then we got the expression as solid von Mises stresses. So you can see here at different loads, the value of stress is different. So if you want to see the von Mises stresses in the compression test case, so first go and click the cut line 3D and select the study 2 for the compression, and then come back here on the 1D plot. So you will not have the graph, so you need to click on line graph, go and click the replace expression, then go to compression test, goes to the stress tab, and then click here. This is the von Mises stress. Click here, and now you can see we have loads in the minus y direction. So you can clearly see the stress values along the length of the object. So this is all about today's simulation. Thank you so much for watching.